Welcome back to the channel. If you found this video, I don't know how you found it, but you ended up here. I appreciate it if you do watch the whole thing. Today I'm reacting to a video by Sneako. I told ya I like his introspective videos, so I'm gonna kind of talk about it. If this gets views, it gets views. If it doesn't, it doesn't. If no one sees it, then so be it. But I'm gonna just get straight into it. So the title of the video is Why I Need My Ego. As you can see in my description, my title, you're gonna see the title of this video is by Sneako, and he's a big YouTuber, 804K subscribers. He blew up, and he blew up off of doing some stuff that people really liked. They really liked what he was doing. Let me put my phone down real quick. I'm being rude to y'all. So let's get straight into this.
I wrote this last.
Alright, so I don't know if he put the name of that song in the description, but if you want to know the name of that song, it's by an artist named CJ, and it's called Whoopty. That it's interesting that he used that song because that guy also has a song with 6ix9ine, and in the video he has on like a blood flag. He says whoopty a lot, so it's interesting. People in the comments say he's a Alibaba Pop Smoke, so this is what you get. The song is blowing up though. It's a overplayed song. It's a decent song though, but it's an interesting song. And I could see Sneako using that song, so it's kind of interesting that he did use it.
Last night, I'm just gonna read it now. When me and my brother were shooting this, I noticed when I hit a shot, which was rare, I always hit the second one. And pretty often, I hit 3 shots in a row. And statistically, that doesn't make a lot of sense. I suck. Out of 10 jump shots, I'm probably hitting 3.
With that form, bro, that form, I'm gonna talk my shit because I'm from New York too, bro. I'm from Queens, so I'm gonna talk my shit, bro. He shoots like someone who's never played basketball in his life, but that's probably the case, maybe. But yeah, he's shooting like this, like he's not no flick of the wrist. It's just like goes like this. It's interesting, but yeah, you should probably fix your form. But I mean, if it's working for you, then just you could keep doing that. It's different.
And they all come back to back.
Why? I'm pouring sweat. I don't play basketball. I'm Asian. I'm supposed to be good at chess and ping pong. But look, I'm gonna make 3 shots. Regardless. Come on. Ready?
I'm writing this sitting alone in a bar because I want to feel
us.
like Hemingway, but all I've written so far.
I'm tight that he didn't actually show us the 3 shots that he was gonna make, but no, I guess maybe he didn't make those 3 shots. So
Was the Super S. Right when I needed an ego boost, the waiter came over and recognized me, and I asked him what I should write about even though he's carrying a tray full of glasses. He says life fulfillment, but I can't hear him through the mask, so I lean closer.
what movie is that from? I'd like to know. So if this does get a bunch of views, let me know in the comments below where that movie is from.
And say, huh? But he says he's too busy to talk and walks away. Turns quickly and then spills the tray of glasses all over the floor. I'm watching this idiot scramble to wipe up the mess, and I imagine this story of a closeted dancer who practices in secret in the garage, and he's got like these ballet slippers and he could twirl in them, but to pay the bills he's a waiter at his father's bar who doesn't know about his son's gay ass dream. In my imagination, right after he spills the glasses like a ballerina, his father bursts through the door and he's like, oh, look at this mess, this fucking mess. Oh. And the waiter throws his apron and says, you'll see. You'll all see. And then he twirls his way out the door. And the whole point of this imagination was you need a fight. You need some sort of fight to succeed. There's billions of talented.
So he went through that whole story just to say that you need some type of struggle to succeed. First of all, it's not true. You don't need a struggle to succeed. You don't need to struggle to succeed. That's just something people tell themselves. It's just a lot of people always think you need adversity to succeed. I do think it builds character, but you don't need adversity to succeed or to push you to do things. You just need determination and self-realization within yourself. Yeah, you just need to realize within yourself that there's things that you want to do. You don't need adversity. Just pushes people. It does. It pushes people, but you don't need it. Some people are they just can't find it themselves, and the adversity pushes them to go after it harder.
Dancers out there, but the ones at the opera are only there because they had something to prove. They had some homophobic Boston dad that they had to overcome.
See, like I said, that adversity part is not necessary. It's not. Although it does push some people, it's not needed for them to go where they want to go.
But he didn't actually drop the tray. He just had better things to do than talk about deep stuff with a YouTuber sitting alone.
So that whole thing was a lie.
It's never enough. If your value system is based around money or fame, like most of us, there will never be enough of it. It's an unhealthy obsession that puts your life on a linear scale. But I think that life fulfillment is impossible without a little bit of this. Even if you have a beach house on an empty island with a family, you'll end up needing a fight. Some people don't need much competition. They're happy putting political bumper stickers on their Subaru. But guys like the life fulfillment waiter need to overcome a mountain before they can relax at the beach.
All right, I'm out, bro.
My competition for the longest time was just proving I existed. I grew up an Asian boy in America, aka invisible. Men think you're a pussy and women keep you away from it. Whole time growing up, I just wanted attention, validation, something to prove that I actually existed. And it's left me with a lot of resentment. I don't know if I constructed my personality and my belief system based on...
But you're not just Asian though. See, you look Asian, but I feel like some people could probably tell that's not all you are by looking at you. And you should have probably said the other part of you that you are, because you could honestly just say that to most people and jack that, and then all of their stereotypes or beliefs that they were thinking when they pulled up on you would probably disappear once you tell them that you're actually Asian Haitian and not just Asian. But you know, I guess you wanted to prove a point by just saying that you're Asian and not saying the other part of you because you look mostly Asian. I guess. Interesting.
Truth or based on standing out? I'm going to win Andrew Schultz's editing competition. I said that publicly so many times that I have to now. Like, if I lose, you all know.
Yeah, actually, a lot of you have no idea
I'm talking about. Schultz is a stand-up comedian from New York City who I first saw on Joe Rogan. I don't need a job, but since I left school, I've noticed myself getting stupid. I've been looking for some routine ever since. He said that he was looking for an editor. I applied, and then he turned the thing into a whole competition. It was narrowed down from 200 down to 10 semifinalists, and we're still waiting on the winner.
We saw some amazing ones that came in so far. Sneako had a fire one.
I think if I didn't tell people I wanted to win this competition, I wouldn't have taken it seriously. It would have just been like a side job, like, oh, maybe I'll do this. I'll just try my hand at this. I'll submit it. It would have been half-assed. But because I know people are going to see it, I got to step my game up.
For three. Bang! That one goes down, and the game is tied.
I learned watching the Michael Jordan documentary how he used his ego to become the best. At any point in the season where Chicago needed a desperate win, somehow Jordan always said, I took it personal.
Michael, game on the line, who would take the last shot?
Me. That's a dumb question. Me.
And then the next shot is him fucking slam dunking on everybody. He's taking it personal. A writer dissed him, a player said he wasn't shit, and he put that energy into the game. He wasn't just playing basketball, he was playing for pride. Same thing when I watched the Tottenham Hotspur documentary, where Jose Mourinho stepped in halfway through the season to save Tottenham, and he needed to psychologically push the team to another level. They were almost in last place, and he brought them up to 6th by the end of the season. The key players were out, but Mourinho stepped in, and you see his psychological process with the players. He's almost like a therapist. He would have private meetings and tell players, if you don't reach your potential, you're going to regret it. And I think that is the best way to get the most out of a player. What separates professional athletes from each other? Is it ability? Is it skill? I don't think so. Most of them are built the same. Most of them have been playing football or playing whatever sport they play for the same amount of time, the same training. But what separates them is their mental capacity, is how much they believe that they're the best player, how much confidence they have when they're right in front of the net and they need to score, how much mental stamina they have. Can they sustain their talent throughout the entire season? The human ego is an underrated tool for success. A lot of players show glimpses of the same capabilities that the best players have, but they can't do it day in and day out.
That's Picasso. You hear a little instrumental in the background. He probably didn't link it in the video, in the description. That song is called Picasso, the instrumental that's coming up. It's by Sheff G, featuring Jay Critch and Eli Frost and King Von. So if you want to listen to that song, go check it out. I don't know. Yeah, I'll check after this video if he linked it. He probably didn't though. But yeah, what he's saying is true though. A lot of the athletes are built kind of similar. I mean, some of them no, because like if you look at like LeBron, for example, and what's his name, the Greek freak, Giannis, Kevin Durant, first of all, like some of them are just built very different, and you can tell that even if they have the same ability as another player, just based off their physical attributes and how tall they are and how built they are, that player's not touching them. Like it is an ego thing at the same time, but like those players are built different, like literally. So I see what he's saying, but it's not 100% true. That's true for some of the regular players, but once you get to like the actual stars, they're built different. And then like Steph Curry, he's just a freak of nature with his 3-point. But those are the variables in his little argument that he's probably not gonna touch on. Let's continue.
Out. It's champions with mental strength who need to overcome their ego and overcome their pride and who need to prove something because somebody wronged them. Those are the players who are the best players. I'm gonna win this at any competition. I'm recording this before I have, but I did win it. I'm certain of it. I'm not certain of it, but I'm certain of it. Does that make sense? The world is getting crazier and scarier, and I just want to completely ignore all of it. I don't want to participate in anything mob mentality.
As a New Yorker, to me, yeah, that makes sense. We say stuff like that all the time, so let's continue.
Anymore. I don't want to get involved in these feared campaigns. I don't want to. I'm not part of any of that. And the lights turned out right when it should. That means I should shut the fuck up. You get what I'm saying. I didn't send you Kanye pulled up to Haiti.
I didn't see that
and
shit.
He met Naomi Osaka, the half Haitian, half Japanese tennis girl.
I did not peep.
Yeah, he met the president. He was in Haiti for a couple days. I think and then he was tweeting also about Toussaint Louverture, the guy who liberated Haiti, who led the rebellion. That's so dope.
I need to
because
watch that
he got in a lot of trouble for saying slavery was a choice, but for Haiti, it wasn't a choice. They made it a decision.
Right.
Fought back.
But it's there's just
I'm gonna let it
there's just
rock,
so many different
and I'll tell y'all what I
circumstances.
think
Haiti,
about this.
yo, people don't give props to Haiti, bro. Haiti is y'all the goats. You're Haitian, right?
Yeah.
Y'all the fucking goats.
Thank you.
Like, bruh, nobody pays props to Haitians. Like, y'all set the fucking foundation for every modern fucking revolution today. Like,
Yeah.
all of our inspiration comes from that. Like, the whole, like, fucking taking up arms and, like, taking liberty, like, by force. Take man's
Started with
tricks by
Haiti.
force. You know, big shot.
Yeah.
This situation, like, I still believe that violence is the answer in certain occasions and certain circumstances. I mean, like, when you're a fucking slave and
But my
someone's
mentality's a
enslaving you, you
bitch,
have to.
though. My mentality's a bitch. Like, when I was making those.
All right, so I'm gonna end it right here. I know what he's gonna say next. He said he made a video and he told people to burn down like government buildings and not stores. But going back to what he was saying before with the Haitians and revolutions, yes, they don't get their props. I'm not Haitian, I'm Jamaican, but if you read history, you know that they started the first revolution, and yeah, America kind of fucked them over. So did France. So America forced them to, the U.S. forced them to pay back reparations to France after they won their freedom. Yet they still were, they ended up getting forced by America. So it's almost like they won for no reason because they still had to pay a ridiculous amount to France. And that's why Haitians are in the poverty that they are in today, because who knows if they even finished paying that off. I think they just recently like finished paying back France, and so they don't have the structure or the education or any of that. Like, there's third world countries that are better, even better off than Haiti is right now. It's crazy. But yeah, I forgot where I was going with this. I think there was something else before this that he said that I wanted to touch on. But yeah, no, ego is important, and Sneako probably has a lot of it because he blew up really big and he's continuing to blow up. And I think part of it has to do with he has an interesting way that he does his videos, and the fact that he's outside in most of his videos. That's one of the reasons why I think I would never blow up, is because most of my videos are inside the crib. But he does videos where he's talking to other people. He's constantly outside or moving around. And then the fact that he's like, not say that he's attractive, but I think there's a colorism type thing on YouTube. And the fact that he's very, very light skinned probably helps out his channel. And then he has interesting views. To me, he just sounds like a regular like college kid who's introspective. He just sounds like an introspective kid, like, because I assume he's like what, 20, 21. So like I'm 3 or 2 years older than him. He just sounds introspective to me. Sounds like most introspective people. So but yeah, he obviously uses his ego to help him get to where he needs to go. So for him specifically, this video is about him. Like, you might think he's touching on like deep stuff, or like he's touching on important stuff, or you might think it's groundbreaking if you're not introspective already. But he's not. He's just talking about himself. He's talking about himself throughout this whole video. It's very it's funny, the video is called Why I Need My Ego, but this video itself, except for this ending part right here, is very, very like egocentric if you think about it, since like he talks about other topics, but he's relating it back to himself. This video is really all about him, and called Why I Need My Ego. So interesting. Nice job the way you did that little circular thing right there, Sneako. Tricky.